Prego, Padre, la persona de ayer al final de la misa, atrás, pueden recoger, se lo agradecemos al Señor Carlos, estos pequeños folletos de oraciones por los sacerdotes. Tenemos aproximadamente 50 para que nos recen, nos unan a nosotros a pasarnos al menos durante este año dedicado al sacerdocio. One thing that emerges from today's readings in a special way is that God is a merciful Father who takes pity on us and nourishes our souls. Because our souls are always famished, we are always in need of nourishment to sustain our sacramental life. And we know that only God can give us the proper nourishment. Sometimes we have a problem believing this, because as we go through life, we have the tendency to look for what we need only in this world. And sooner or later, somehow or another, we find out that everything has become an illusion. So Christ is our only nourishment because He was sent into this world so that the world may have life. So we are supposed to live in Him, through Him, and by Him. In other words, He is our life. And if He is our life, only Him can become the motive of everything that we do. So that we may serve sin no longer, as St. Paul tells us in our epistle today. Because if we die with Christ, we believe that we shall also live together with Him, over whom death has no dominion anymore. So we need to consider ourselves as dead to sin, but alive in Christ Jesus, as St. Paul says. So it is in Jesus and in His redemption that we find everything we need for the nourishment and life of our souls. And so it is a great thing for us to know this and to remember this, especially in moments of weakness and of temptation. However, the question is, how does it happen that we are always falling? Why is it that sometimes find ourselves to be so miserable? Well, St. Paul tells us the reason. Because we are not yet entirely dead with Christ. Because the old man in us hasn't yet been crucified to the point of our no longer being slaves to sin. In other words, if we wish to live fully the life of Christ that He acquired to took for us by His death, we must die with Him. That is, we must die to our base appetites, to our passions, to our most predominant defects. So the weakness of our spiritual life is simply caused by insufficiency of this death to ourselves. But Jesus had compassion. Jesus has compassion on our souls. by offering himself not only as an example of life, the life we are supposed to live, but he also offers himself as nourishment, as food for our souls. Fascinated by the words of Jesus in the Gospel, the crowd had been following him for 3 days. They even forgot about their personal necessities. So what a lesson for us. We are very often more worried about our material well-being than our spiritual nourishment. So today will be a great day, the beginning of the week, to place our confidence in the compassion of our Lord and entrust to Him all our cares and spiritual needs. This